Might be a very unpopular opinion, but I love Ryanair.
Hello and welcome to another flight review. Today we are flying probably one of the very best and most successful airlines to have ever operated. You either love them or you hate them. Today we are taking a trip on good old Ryanair. Last year, the Irish giant carried 181 million passengers, making it one of the biggest airlines on earth. So let's take a trip from Berlin all the way to Dublin to see what it's like to fly Ryanair in 2024. Our journey today starts in Germany's charming capital Berlin, where I attended the International Travel Awards to be named as Best Airline Reviewer of the Year. After receiving my award, I made my way to the infamous Berlin Brandenburg Airport, which finally received its operational license in May 2020 and opened for commercial traffic the same year. 14 years after construction started and 29 years after official planning began. So guys, and here we are, a beautiful good morning from the capital airport in Berlin, taking a trip on everybody's favorite airline, Ryanair, all the way to Dublin. Alright, let's do this, let's check in and let me document the Ryanair experience. So as you can see, the Berlin airport features a viewing terrace as well, but they charge €3 to go and spot some airplanes, which I don't find particularly fair, especially if you're a young F-geek, and I don't know why they would charge €3 for that. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about that. Berlin Airport dominated global headlines for all the wrong reasons, and its opening was delayed by almost 10 years due to construction and planning issues. By the time the airport opened in 2020, it was already too small for its purpose, and Terminal 2 was added to accommodate all budget airlines. As you roam around the airport, you will notice plenty of issues, and the lack of planning especially. No escalators where you need them, very little and no room, and barely any concept. So don't ever say German engineering is great, because they have some of the worst airports in the world. But now, let me talk you through the check-in experience of Ryanair, and let me tell you, they have a very famous no bullshit policy, especially when it comes to luggage, and they will charge you for every kilogram. So don't be cheap and do your homework while booking your flight. I knew exactly what I was bringing, so I booked all my bags beforehand and saved the €50 fee, which I would have had to pay if my bag was overweight or needed to be checked. Also, make sure you check in online before you head to the airport, because otherwise Ryanair will charge you another €50 to use the check-in counter. If you follow these rules, you will have a smooth flight. Oh, and I also booked the first row, the so-called Ryanair business class experience, for another €22. After check-in, I went to shop a bit of duty-free and got myself a giant German sausage, because we all love giant German sausages.
So guys, here we are, all checked in, and that's what I love with Ryanair. Very straightforward, you get what you pay for, and might be a very unpopular opinion, but I love Ryanair for what it is. Like in the past 15 years, I had over 20 flights with Ryanair, always on time, cruise always nice, fares are low, so this is what I really want. And like Ryanair doesn't promise you a 5-star experience, unlike Qatar, and they don't deliver. They just offer you the basics, and that's what you get by the end of the day. And this is what capitalism is all about. Especially Ryanair, they really mastered that concept of being a budget airline and charge you for every extra kilogram that you have. So yeah, but other than that, in an operational sense, they're one of the greatest airlines in the world. Which is not great is Terminal 2 here. Awful structure, nothing makes sense, and the toilets are in awful conditions. You think like lavatories in India or Nigeria or elsewhere in the world are bad? Nah, come to Berlin Terminal 2 and you'd be shocked. Anyways, we're boarding in 10 minutes, and then I give you the onboard experience flying Ryanair to Dublin.
Ryanair has the largest 737 fleet in the world with over 500 planes, and most of them are 100% identical. They operate roughly 3,000 daily flights to 200 airports in over 30 countries. And the craziest thing, they have a load factor of 94%. So it doesn't come as a surprise that today's flight was fully booked as well.
One A, is this one A?
I booked myself a seat in the very first row, the so-called Ryanair business class experience. It doesn't really come with any extra perks other than extra legroom, and you're most likely among the first to disembark if you happen to be in a hurry. There's also no bulkhead, and you won't be able to avoid some awkward eye contact with the cabin crew. One of the secrets of Ryanair quick turnaround times are the built-in staircases underneath the door, which can be extended just in a few minutes, avoiding external staircases to be needed, which sometimes can require a lot of time to be put in place. Absolutely genius. We then pushed back for a typical Ryanair on-time departure. I also get a lot of questions recently about the gear and camera I use, so I've put together a little list with all the stuff on my website. The link is in the description box below. Happy shopping!
So guys, we are a good hour into the flight. I had a bit of a nap, and yeah, crew is just doing the meal service, so you can purchase meal items such as like sandwiches or snacks on board. First row isn't the most comfortable, it's a very tight spot, but then hey, for that price, not too bad. It's quite interesting, last time I flew Ryanair, my flight was actually diverted because of technical issues, and it looks pretty good right now, yeah, and bumpy, but I don't think we're gonna get diverted today. But back then I also remember how well they handled it. So we were flying from Barcelona to Kiev in Ukraine, and we had to do an emergency landing in Barcelona, but they literally swapped the planes within 10 minutes, and yeah, we spent like 20 minutes on the ground, and then we go off again and landed safely in Ukraine. Yeah, this is it. Gonna go back to my seat and talk to you guys later.
But now also a quick word from today's sponsor, Surfshark VPN. Today's video is sponsored by Surfshark VPN, my travel companion for the past 5 years. So let me give you a few good reasons why you should get Surfshark VPN as well. By using Surfshark VPN, you get around online censorship. Whether you want to access TikTok in India, make video calls in the Middle East, or use Instagram in Russia, and all this while protecting your online identity, especially when using public Wi-Fi. My favorite perk? Finding cheaper flight deals by changing my location using a VPN, and I'm also able to access different Netflix libraries or watch the highlights of my favorite football team by getting around geolocation blocking. So by using the link in the description box below or use the code word Josh Cahill, you will get 3 additional months for free. Or if you comfortably sit in front of your TV, use the QR code right here and it takes you right to the offer. Now let's go back to the review. We then started our descent into Dublin, and people always say that Ryanair landings are hard and very, very rough. I've no idea why. Can anyone explain in the comment section where this rumor comes from? Because I don't really feel any differences to any other airlines. Well, and as you witnessed, this landing was absolute butter. And so was the entire experience. No frills, nothing really to highlight, and an on-time performance for very little money spent. So well done, Ryanair. But let's talk about your experience on Ryanair in the comment section below, because I really want to hear what you have to say about the Irish budget airline.
Sorry, how many persons are one? Just myself, yeah. Do they take card as well?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
That's fine. Alright, cheers, mate. Thank you.
To the Moxie, Dublin City.
Moxie Hotel?
Moxie Hotel, yeah, exactly.
I think there are two Moxies in
Dublin City, exactly.
Moxie, yeah, exactly. So, and here we are. Welcome to Ireland, Dublin. I'm here for one night because tomorrow I'll be flying to Toronto on WestJet and their 737 MAX. If you don't wanna miss out on that review, subscribe right now. And Ryanair, it is the most straightforward thing in the aviation industry. You get what you pay for. Flight was in time. Everything worked out just smooth as always, and that's what I really like about that airline. They don't. You only give yourself headache. You know, if you try to be stingy and try not to pay for your luggage, and you try to like smuggle it in somehow, and it will get you, and it will get expensive. So be smart. Don't be stingy. Pay for your luggage. I've seen a lot of drama at the gates. People really like trying to avoid, and then overall they're very reliable. I find them to be very reliable, and also great competition to the terrible legacy carriers that we have on this continent, who will charge you an arm and a leg, and that's why we have competition now, so everyone can fly. Whose slogan is that? Air Asia. Yeah. Now everyone can fly. Air Asia. Alright guys, this is it. If you want to join my WhatsApp group, access some extra perks, get your Cahill keyring, check out the link in the description box below. Yeah, let me know in the comment section below what you think of Ryanair. I'm gonna go and get a pint of Guinness now because I was told so by one of my subscribers who said hello at the arrivals in Dublin. So I will do that right now, and then I'm probably gonna get some sleep. All right guys, thank you so much for watching, and wherever you're off to, have a safe trip.